This is The Wire for 2100 Zulu, November 28th, 2023. Precedence is routine, and information cutoff is 2000. Bottom line up front. Knife attack thwarted in Ireland. Department of Justice documents confirm domestic spying in Trump case. Beginning with international events, on the European front, in Ireland, another terror attack struck Dublin as a man entered a post office with a knife shouting Allahu Akbar this morning. Citizens engaged the attacker, stopping the attack before police arrived. No word yet on any injuries. Civil unrest resulting from the first terror attack continues as Irish politicians intensify efforts to silence opposition to immigration policies. On the Scandinavian front, Finland announces a closure of their entire border with Russia due to ongoing immigration disputes. Finnish authorities claim the border will close at midnight on Thursday and be closed for at least 2 weeks. On the Middle Eastern front, prisoner swaps continue between Hamas and Israel before the end of the ceasefire period. Developing reports indicate the ceasefire has possibly been broken and fighting has resumed as before. Analysts comment. It is unclear as to which side broke the ceasefire, if it indeed has been broken, as social media accounts used by both sides have blamed each other and the situation is still developing. On the home front, in the United States, the Department of Justice has released a search warrant associated with their investigation of Donald Trump. The document in question relates to information sought regarding Trump's Twitter account. Though 8 of the 14 pages are redacted in their entirety, page 3 confirms that the Department of Justice sought, quote, all information from the Connect or Notifications tabs for the account, including all lists of Twitter users who favorited or retweeted tweets posted by the account, as well as all tweets that include the username associated with the account, i.e. mentions or replies. Analysts comment. This means that anyone who interacted with Trump's account on Twitter has had their private account information shared with the Department of Justice. A like on a single post was enough for Twitter to turn over any account's information to the Department of Justice. Analyst comments for this wire. The constitutional and human rights concerns regarding Trump's search warrant are palpable but not particularly unexpected. These recent revelations are the latest in the long train of abuses documented clearly and openly by law enforcement agencies. Twitter, failing to immediately comply with the order, challenged the search warrant and the non-disclosure order, unsuccessfully, and was fined $350,000 before ultimately complying with the order. As a reminder, the judge who approved this search warrant was appointed to the bench by Barack Obama. In the Middle East, the recent prisoner exchange between Israel and Hamas has been a nearly total information victory for Hamas. Though reports are conflicting and almost impossible to verify, prisoners held by Hamas have frequently reported that they have been treated well, whereas prisoners held by the Israelis detail harsh conditions, abuse, and sometimes torture. However, care must be taken to realize that Hamas in particular has the overwhelming incentive to treat prisoners well, knowing that they would be released at some point and would share their experiences with the world. Hamas, being an insurgent force, has everything to gain and little to lose by treating prisoners well. On the other hand, Israel does not care what the international community thinks, thus the bad press regarding their prisoners has little effect on Israeli policy and or doctrine. As such, Hamas appearing to treat prisoners well, and Israel appearing to treat prisoners poorly, is probably not as indicative of the real situation as we might want it to be. Both sides want to label their opponents as barbarians, but in this conflict so far, Hamas has been far more effective at shaping the narrative in their favor, which has been made easy by Israel's own actions. This concludes The Wire for 2100 Zulu, November 28th, 2023.